is simply devastatingly
76, and he's absorbing a lot of punishment.
And he's got him in big trouble. If he doesn't answer it, Richard Steele has moved in and has stopped the fight.
Today, we're diving into brutal knockouts that silenced boxing fans. So, without much further ado, let's get down to it. Jimmy Ellis and Ernie Shavers. Jimmy Ellis was knocked out and convulsing after Ernie Shavers displayed his punching prowess on June 18, 1973 at Madison Square Garden in New York. Shavers came into the bout with an amazing 45-2 record, 32 straight victories and 44 knockout victories. One might understand why he had a 97% knockout to win ratio going into the fight after this brutal knockout. Fernando Montiel versus Nonito Donaire. Fernando Montiel was easily dispatched by Nonito Donaire, who defeated him in the second round of their WBC and WBO Bantamweight Championship match at the Mandalay Bay Resort in Las Vegas. After losing his second professional fight, Donaire won 24 straight fights to prove to the boxing world that he is a force to be reckoned with by defeating the similarly dangerous Fernando Montiel to capture the WBC and WBO belts. When Montiel went into what appeared to be a seizure before being helped to his feet, it appears that things could have been much worse for him. Larry Holmes versus Mike Tyson. No Mike Tyson fight was ever anything less than an exhilarating event. If the fact that every fight he was in made the news that day doesn't tell us about his incredible boxing career, we don't know what will. He first encountered the great boxer Larry Holmes in January 1988. Tyson entered the ring with the intention of destroying Larry in order to exact revenge on his hero, the legendary Mahammad Ali. Mahammad Ali had been defeated by Larry a year earlier, and Tyson wasn't happy about it. The young Tyson, at that time, called Mahammad Ali, who was also his friend by the way, and said, "When I grow up, I'll fight Holmes, and I'll get him back for you." And when the day eventually arrived, he kept his promise. He was able to defeat the seasoned boxer in just 4 rounds. Holmes was on the verge of retiring and had little chance against the young heavyweight sensation who was taking the boxing world by storm. The youthful and vivacious, almost electrifying Tyson was too quick in front of Holmes, and in the 4th round, finished him off with a right hook. What an amazing sight. Glenn Johnson versus Roy Jones Jr. At the FedEx Forum in Memphis, Tennessee on September 25, 2004, Roy Jones Jr. was on the other side of the knockout. Jones Jr. was defeated by Glenn Johnson in round 9 of their 12-round bout. Jones Jr. was knocked out by Johnson's powerful right to the side of his head, ending his 15-bout winning streak. Jones Jr. lay on the canvas for a few minutes before the fight was stopped, unconscious. Taking out Marvis Frazier. For a very long time, Mike Tyson has been regarded as the undisputed champion of boxing. He has unquestionably earned the title of champion and doesn't allow his opponents to leave the ring without feeling his fury thanks to his extremely low loss total throughout the course of his career. Over the course of his career, Mike Tyson has faced up against some pretty strong boxers who are also experts and has struggled against them. However, Mike Tyson has also faced opponents that had little chance of beating him. Despite the fact that these boxers were amateurs, it appears that Mike Tyson was not in the mood to give them an easy fight or let them win. If there's one thing we do know about Mike Tyson, it is that he will not feel sorry for his opponent whilst they are in the ring. In his bouts against Marvis Frazier, Tyson completely outclassed the opposition with his unmatched strength and speed. Marvis Frazier's father was a skilled boxer, but unlike his father, Marvis Frazier never achieved the sport's pinnacle performance. Therefore, when it was revealed that Mike Tyson would face Marvis Frazier, everyone had a preconceived notion as to how the fight would go and who would win. Everyone was aware that Marvis Frazier had no chance of defeating Mike Tyson, and this is exactly what transpired during the fight. Marvis Frazier was struck by many blows from Tyson, one of which was an uppercut that caused him to go to the ground. Having lost his balance and most of his strength, Frazier collapsed to the canvas. Even though the fight lasted only 2 minutes, Tyson was able to maintain his perfect record. Manny Pacquiao versus Ricky Hatton. On May 2nd, 2007, at the MGM Grand Garden in Las Vegas, Manny Pacquiao defeated the formerly unbeatable Ricky Hatton with the finest knockout of his career. Hatton was knocked out by Mayweather a year and a half prior, thus Pacquiao knew he had to perform well against Hatton. Pacquiao did it in an even more stunning manner, knocking Hatton out in round 2 as opposed to Mayweather's knockout in the 10th round. Hatton entered the contest undefeated after losing to Mayweather by knockout and suffering his first career loss. Hatton has since retired from the sport, making this his final contest as a professional. Mike Tyson versus Frank Bruno. When Mike Tyson and Bruno faced up, Bruno was no less than a giant monster due to his beastly build height of 6'2" and devastating knockout punch. When they first met in 1989, the competition was chaotic, yet thrilling. Tyson was in beast mode from the first bell, which was obvious. After being knocked to the ground by his blow, Bruno quickly got back up, but only for a short while. Bruno got caught when Tyson reverted to his full beast mode in the 5th round. It was clear that Bruno was attempting to leave the ring at that precise moment. In order to prevent Tyson from getting a good hold of him, he began to clinch whenever he had the chance. Eventually, Tyson was able to finish the fight with a left hook to the jaw and a series of crushing uppercuts. Bruno was forced to back into the ropes as a result, and the referee then arrived to shield him from additional strikes. As a result, Mike Tyson won the WBC championship. Drumroll please. Since Mike Tyson is a legend when it comes to brutal knockouts, it shouldn't come as a surprise. We'll go into greater detail regarding his irrational fits of wrath. Before we continue and offer you more information, please give this video a large thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and press the notification bell to receive updates on future videos like this. Let's move on now. Jerry Cooney versus Ken Norton. On March 11, 1981, at Madison Square Garden in New York City, Jerry Cooney defeated Ken Norton in round 1 with a quick and unsettling knockout. Norton was knocked out cold by Cooney's damaging barrage of blows, and that battle ultimately ended Norton's professional career. Cooney ultimately lost to Larry Holmes via technical knockout, squandering his one and only opportunity to earn a championship. Only 5 more fights were left in his career, and he lost his final 2 before being knocked out by George Foreman in his final match. David Tua versus John Ruiz. On March 16, 1996, in the Convention Center in Atlantic City, during their bout for the WBC International Heavyweight title, David Tua thunderously knocked out John Ruiz. Tua, who was 22-0 at the time of the fight, entered the ring intending to knock out Ruiz, who was 25-2. And he accomplished it quickly, ending the contest in 19 seconds. Ruiz was knocked out by a series of blows delivered by Tua after being caught by a strong left hand. Ruiz was already in an unconscious state when Tua grabbed him with a ripping left hand as he was about to hit the canvas, adding insult to injury. Arturo Gatti versus Joey Gamache. In a resounding knockout, the late, great Arturo Gatti defeated Joey Gamache on February 26, 2000 at Madison Square Garden in New York City. Gamache was knocked out in the 2nd round of their bout by Gatti, who used a left-right-left combo, which was one of his trademark brawling techniques. Gamache was knocked out while still standing, and the knockout was made worse for him when his head hit the ring. Gamache lost the bout, and it turned out to be his final fight since the knockout caused brain damage. Gamache explained it by saying that Gatti gained 19 pounds since they weighed him the day before they took him to court, where he lost. Julian Jackson versus Errol Graham. The WBC middleweight title battle between Julian Jackson and Errol Graham took place on November 24, 1990 at the Torre Quebrada Hotel and Casino in Benalmádena, Andalusia, Spain. Jackson handled Graham spectacularly. Graham was knocked out by the powerful punch and was unconscious for around 5 minutes. His head violently bounded off the canvas after being knocked out by a right hand, putting him out. He then received a brutal hit from the ring. The most brutal knockout in boxing history, in my opinion, due to Graham's horrible head bounce and pure one-shot power.